Oh! Hello YouTube, this is a Satsu 5 and this is the Bastinelli Creation Separateur. This one's modified with a false edge and want to test out on this rather affordable piece of brisket. And I'm going to start off with a thrust, a snap cut, and a back cut. Then if we have anything left, we'll give it a good power cut. But that's what I want to play with right now, is those few things. So pierce very easily, just kind of expected. It has a nice point to it. All right, I'm trying to keep it on the fat side. Bad accuracy, but I got that. Let's see. Barely's poking out the end, but you got a nice little cut right there. Okay, I think I'm going to do kind of a, this isn't like a buoy. It doesn't have a leading point on the clip, and it doesn't actually go all the way to the tip. So this is a little bit different than a buoy cut. But I think I'm just going to go kind of wrap around like that. See if I can get it right here somewhere. Oh!
You almost didn't have anything left.
No. Okay, now we're gonna have a little bit of fun. By the way, this is a interpretation of the Filipino ginunting, if I'm pronouncing that right. This is extremely lightweight, extremely fast, very thinly ground, thin stock. I really like it far as, you know, what it is. I like how lightweight it is. I know Rolando would say that to be historically accurate, it would need to be a little bit bulkier, thicker. But you got a nice little finger tray right here if you want to use it. You got jimping. I don't really need a skull crusher, but you kind of got a skull crusher right there. And you know, this is extremely light. It's, you know, almost having like a little thin stick or switch. So hopefully I can get this on the bag. And again, I'm not a Filipino martial artist. I am an enthusiast of Filipino blades, but I've had zero training, which the experts will be able to see. So let's see if I can get this to come right here. That's that really thick hard fat. That's almost, it's not bone, but it's really thick and hard. So that was a good bit of effort. Let's see if I can do a full vertical. I just lost a piece of meat, so I'm gonna call it quits. But yeah, that's what this thing can do. That's pretty respectable. And I definitely want to eat this brisket, so I'm gonna stop what I'm doing right there. Just to show you the sheath. The sheath is leather that has this little locking, I don't know what you'd call that, leather loop. This is almost the same size as a preliminary vernacular Hisho. I'll give one advantage to the Hisho, that it's actually concealable. You can conceal it pretty easily. This is going to be a little bit more difficult to conceal, especially with this sheath. But this one definitely does have a back cut capability or a false edge cut capability. And it didn't come with that. My brother put that on there for me this past Wednesday. And I was really excited to try it out. So,
And it will shave.
it will shave. Let's see if I have enough hair. Yep. All right. Don't want to put that on my meat, so thank you for watching. I'm a Satsu 5, and I'm out. Hello YouTube, this is a Satsu 5. This is just a little discussion on the Bastinelli Separateur. I really like this for a few different reasons. I like that it's lightweight. I like that it's fast. It's extremely sharp when you sharpen it. Which that's like a no-brainer, but just because it's so thin, it lends itself to being very, very, very sharp. It does not come with the false edge. My brother put that on there, and in the video earlier, I was wanting to experiment with this false edge and see like how I can like maybe wrap around someone and cut them. It did very well. It's very different from a buoy back cut, because a buoy back cut would be this part right here. You have like a leading edge. You have something that kind of is point driven. And this isn't really point driven, so it's more like hitting with the primary edge. And it was nice to see that it works very well, but I don't know, it just seems a little bit different than from a buoy. Like I said in the video earlier, that I kind of put this in the same category as the Columbia Vernacular Heath Show. I think this is over $300, which is going to be a burial for a lot of people. The only real complaint I have about it is that it's not like urban carry friendly. With the Heath Show, you can carry it in a fishing shirt, like a Magellan or Columbia fishing shirt. You can conceal it under your arm. This, you can't really do that, so I kind of have a hard time envisioning how I would use this. Maybe if I was going to a different continent, you know, I needed a machete and I wanted the machete to have combative capabilities, this might be good, but you're not going to be like batoning logs with this, or you're really using it for a hardcore task. I'm sure you can use it as a light machete, but it's not like a wood processor. So I just found a hard way of envisioning how I would personally utilize this. If you're in an area that doesn't allow you to have guns, I would say this is a good home defense weapon. You know, if you study Filipino martial arts, you might lean more towards this than like a wakizashi or a cutlass. So me and my brother's been experimenting with like home defense swords, I guess you can call them. We used the cutlass, we talked about the wakizashi, and now we're down to this Gununting. I believe this is G10 right here, just to show you kind of the profile. It's a very thin handle, a very thin blade. It sits really flat, and you know, like I said, this isn't necessarily wood processor, but it feels pretty comfortable. And the spine on the handle is rounded, as is the part of the spine that's not sharpened is rounded. But I think, like, if you study Filipino martial arts, this would be a cool thing to have for home defense. I know that the actual traditional Ganuntings are heavier, they're longer, they're going to have a little bit more momentum to them. But I really have enjoyed playing with this, but it's not going to be like something that I use on any regular basis. But overall, it was fun. It was fun to play with. It's been definitely one of those things I like to be in my room and just swing around like anybody who owns a sword. But yeah, so I just wanted to give a little discussion at the end of the video. I'm a Satsu 5 and I'm out.
I have a question, Austin.
Yeah.
Have you ever taken out a piece of bamboo with that?
I have not. We'll probably have to do that sometime. Okay.